G'day guys, welcome back on Living on 2 Acres Queensland, and today just a short video about Davidson's plum growing here in South-East Queensland. Now the Davidson's plum is apparently a non-local native, that's what it's sort of classified by here in Queensland, and it's an interesting fruit. It's very similar to normal usual plum, but it does taste a bit more sour and it's tart as well. Still a very nice fruit, depending on your taste of course, and very good for jams apparently. And also you can eat them raw, like fresh off the tree, if you're into that sort of taste. And I'm just gonna have a quick walk around over my Davidson's plum plantation. Now you can see the very well established nice large Davidson's plum growing in Brisbane's Roma Street parklands. There's a tropical forest section there, and there are some magnificent Davidson's plum trees there, and I even saw it fruit, although the fruit wasn't ripe yet, so I couldn't quite taste it. But yeah, if you want to see one in its full might, you might just want to visit the Roma Street parklands there and you'll see it. Now, all the Davidson's plum trees I have were bought at the local native nursery here nearby where I am, and they were all tube stalks, very small. You can imagine tube stock is, you know, how small it is. And this one here you're looking at is actually probably about 18 months old, maybe just a little bit over, so it did grow quite a bit, but still apparently Davidson's plum is growing very slowly, and it takes 5 to 6 years before it actually starts to fruit. So I guess the earlier you put it in the ground, the sooner you'll have the fruit. Now this is what it looks like. That's the label that came with it. Let me just focus that to see if I can. No, I can't. Sorry guys. Anyway, so here I have, let's see, about a dozen of them of a different age, and I have to have them protected with chicken wire mesh because we have a lot of wallabies and they would munch on it if they could, so I have to have it covered until it reaches a height which they can no longer reach. So that's why that is. And you can see it's a little yellowish, and apparently it is a rainforest kind of plant and it doesn't like direct sunlight, but I already had it planted here before I actually found out a little bit more about it, and that's probably why it's a little yellowish. It was also probably suffering from lack of water, because we did have quite a dry spell recently here, so that's why it doesn't quite look you know, nice and dark green as it should in its native sort of setting. And so that's the general sort of area where I have them. You can see there's quite a bit of sunlight here, but over there it's a bit more shaded. And I'll show you, about 4 months ago I bought some more tube stock Davidson's plums, and I planted them here, and I'm hoping they'll feel a little bit more at home in this part, because it is the lowest part of my property and this is the wettest spot. We have like a rain water runoff sort of way over there, then it goes into that little pond and off it goes. So here I'm hoping they'll have enough moisture in the soil to actually grow and thrive. And again, they're all covered, and you can see, so this was a very tiny tube stock when I bought it, well, let's say 3-4 months ago, I want to say, and that's what it looked like now. You can see it's healthier color because it's more protected from direct sunlight. So if you want to plant one, you really want to find a shaded spot this filtered sunlight, or maybe at least some morning sun, but definitely no harsh midday to afternoon summer sun on it, because that's not very good for it. And so yeah, this is another one. There's one more there, and that's the general look of this area here. Now you can see here they're not mulched all that much, but there's some natural sort of foliage that fell, and I just scraped it around and covered it with. The other ones I mulched recently, just to help the soil to retain a bit more moisture. And with this mulch, you can see on top here I have a pretty fresh mulch, and apparently the fresher the mulch is, the more nitrogen it draws from the ground. I guess it got something to do with you know, the way it decomposes. So underneath there I have actually put first of all some decomposed manure, and then on top some decomposed straw, which I had like in the bales, but it started to rot, so it's now close to like actual compost. So I put that on top, and then on the very top layer I have some fresh mulch, just to give it a bit more thickness and help it retain more moisture in the soil, while protecting it from drawing the nitrogen out of the soil, which my plants obviously need. Yeah, so if you guys have fresh mulch, you just want to keep in mind that it will you know, draw nitrogen out of the soil. So, you know, if you only have fresh mulch, you probably be better off chucking some blood and bone or some other fertilizer underneath, just to help the plant to you know, get some nutrients, because the soil will be nitrogen poor if you put the fresh mulch directly on it. So that's it there. And yeah, so they say, as I said, it takes about 5 to 6 years for the plant to grow and produce, and I guess we'll just have to patiently wait and let it grow. Might have to water it quite regularly while it's not raining, and then really looking forward to having some beautiful fruit. Can't wait to make some jam out of it. It should be very, very nice. And yeah, so guys, if you have Davidson plum growing on your property, let me know in the comments how you doing with that, and whether you had any issues, or did you have any good ideas for growing it and making it thrive. Leave a comment. As always, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.